All right. Today is Thursday, and we are going to do some sun salutations, among other things. So, we will start at the top of our mat in a standing position today. So, I'm going to be facing the top of my mat, but to start, I just want to face all of you for a moment. So, just take a nice, comfortable Tadasana with your hips over top of your knees and your ankles all in alignment. And I want you to take a moment to find your own equilibrium here. So like take your weight forward and back, side to side. Just move it around, playing with weight in the four corners of the feet, and find that place of equanimity right smack dab in the middle. The world can be rushing around us, and we can be grounded and solid in who we are, in our values, in our person. And in this moment. So I invite you to bring your hands together at heart center and to spend this 35 minutes or so reconnecting with yourself, grounding into your own truth, to your own being, and letting there be nothing else but this moment right here on your mat with your breath, letting the breath link the mind and the body, yoking the two together. Set your intention for practice today. Hold that intention in your mind's eye and let it be. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach up, bring hands together overhead, glue your arms to your ears, reach straight up, little baby back bend. Stand tall, touch your thumbs to your back. Keep your elbows in close as you touch your thumbs to your third eye, your heart center. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, arms lift up, bring hands together, reach up, reach back. Stand tall, touch your thumbs to your back, to your forehead, your heart center. One more. Inhale, arms sweep up, bring hands together, reach up, reach back. Stand tall, touch your thumbs to your back, your forehead, your heart center. Now inhale, arms sweep up and swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen and fold. Plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Core is engaged, belly lifted. You can always bring your knees down if you need to. Then knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Connecting to your breath, the downward facing dog. 5 big, deep ujjayi breaths. In through your nose, out through your nose. Look forward between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach up, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank, any way you'd like. Core is engaged, belly lifted, breathe. Engaging your core, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. 4 breaths, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, Fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach high, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, and fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank. Core is engaged, belly lifted, breathe. We're gonna hold our plank. Bring your knees down if you need to. Feel that fire, that tapas, that heat burn in the belly as you connect to your breath. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Take it back. 3 deep breaths. Look forward between your hands. Step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through. Fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach high. Fold forward. Lift to lengthen. And fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank. Now, core engaged, belly lifted. We're going to come down onto our forearms. Forearm plank, connect here. Feel your way in. Press back up to plank. Then chaturanga, or take it right back to downward facing dog. Yogi's choice. It's your practice. What does your body need? Breathe your way in. 2 big deep breaths. Look forward, take it to the top. Lengthen through. Fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach high. Fold, Uttanasana. Lift to lengthen. Fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Hold your plank for a full breath. Lower down, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward, take it back. Look between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat, lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving into Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Drop your tailbone, hug in towards your midline. Fold forward. Lift to lengthen. Fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right leg lifts up, reach high. Draw your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior 1, lift up. Hands come down, step back to plank. Take a vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. Yogi's choice, breathe your way in. Left leg lifts up, reach high. Draw your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1 on this side, lift up. Hands come down, step back to plank, take a vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. Breathe your way in. 5 big breaths in downward facing dog. Breathe. Look between your hands, step, hop, or float. Lengthen through. Fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Straighten your legs, arms lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. All right, now we're gonna do what one of my yoga teachers calls the porch swing. And we've done this before. But we're just gonna call it the porch swing now because that's fun. Lift the right leg up. Draw your knee in. We're gonna take our knee to our nose at the top of the mat, hug it in and hold it there. Take it back and up. Draw the knee in, cross the midline. Now we're gonna start by touching the wrist of the left hand. Draw it up to the elbow. Take it back and up. Draw the knee in, touch the outside of your right upper arm, hold it there. Take it back and up. Now draw your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1. Plant the back foot, arms lift up. Hands come down, step back to plank, take a vinyasa or meet in down dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, let's porch swing on the left side. Lift the left leg up, reach high, draw the knee in, hug the knee to the nose at the top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there, take it back and up. Now, draw the knee in, cross the midline, touch the wrist of the right arm, lift the knee up to the elbow, take it back and up. Draw the knee in, touch the outside of the left upper arm, hold it there, take it back and up. Draw the knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1. Reach up. Hands come down, take a vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. Listen to your body. All right, 4 big breaths. Down dog or child's pose. Let the breath be your anchor and your guide. Look forward, take it to the top. Lengthen through, fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair. Straighten your legs, arms lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to twist to the left, right elbow, left thigh. Spiral open. Look up. Connect with your breath, slow it down. Come back to center, twist to the right side. Look up. Come back to center, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen, and fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward, take it back. Breathe. 2 big breaths. Look forward, take it to the top. Lengthen through. Fold. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's give it a full Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Fold Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Fold, plant your hands, step or hop, back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Right leg floats high. Draw your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1, lift up. Hands come down, step back to plank, vinyasa. Left leg reaches high. Draw your knee in, step through. Virabhadrasana 1, lift up. Hands come down, step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga, upward and downward. Breathe. You can always take a child's pose if you need to. You can always choose a different asana, a different posture. Listen to your body. This is your practice. Make it your own. Look forward, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through. Fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Straighten your legs, arms lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Upward and downward. Right leg floats high, reach up. Draw your knee and step through Virabhadrasana 1 on this side, lift up. Open right to Virabhadrasana 2. Front knee still bent over top of the ankle. Palms face up, palms face down. Gaze over the nail of the middle finger. Relax your shoulders. Straighten your front leg. Reach forward, Trikonasana, triangle on this side. Top arm lifts up, spiraling open. Press into your feet, arms lift up, bend the front knee. Palm of the front hand face up, exalt your warrior, reach back. All right, bring hands back to center. We're gonna bring the toes of the right foot in, so you're pointed towards the side of the mat. You might need to take a bigger stance. We'll start with our hands on our hips. Draw your elbows back, lift your chest up, look up, lift your heart up. We're gonna come forward halfway. Pausing halfway, coming all the way down, lining up your fingers with your toes, and then dropping your head down. Shoot your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Coming up onto our fingertips. Let's bring our hands to our hips, come the rest of the way up. Now bring your hands together behind you. Interlace your fingers. All right, then whichever pinky is on top, switch the interlacing of your fingers so that the other pinky is on top and the other thumb is on top this time. Let's change those neural pathways. Draw your shoulder blades back, engage your core, lift up, coming forward, pausing halfway. Coming all the way down. You can always just use a strap if you'd like here instead of your fingers. It's a nice shoulder opener. Nice calming inversion. lifting up halfway, pausing halfway, coming all the way up. Heel toe your feet in just a little. We're going to take the toes of our left foot towards the back of our mat, front knee bent over top of the ankle, arms lift up, Virabhadrasana 1, hug in towards your midline, core is engaged, rib cage lifting out of your hips, open to Virabhadrasana 1 or 2 on this side. Check in, palms face up, palms face down. Gaze over the nail of the middle finger. Palm of the front hand face up. Exalt your warrior, reach back. Come back to center. Toes of the left foot in, toes of the right foot out. Windmill the hands to the top of the mat. Step back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Upward. Now press your hips to your heels, bring your forehead to the mat, child's pose. Big breath in, let it out. Walking your hands back. All right, we're gonna come into a kneeling posture. We're gonna move into camel, a little heart opening camel. Tuck the toes underneath, hands to the hips, lengthen through the top of the head. Draw your shoulder blades back. Now your hands, you can bring the palm of your hand face down on the small of your back if you'd like. You could also reach back for your heels. Find what feels best, pressing your hips forward, lifting your heart, looking up, being careful with your neck. Coming back. All right, we're gonna bring our hands forward, coming back into child's pose. Press back. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog, coming high up on those toes, lift the hips, press your heels back and down. We're gonna float our right leg up towards the ceiling, press out through our heel. Draw your knee in, we're coming into pigeon on this side. Woo. Take a moment to settle into your pigeon. You can take your hips forward and back. You could take a block, a blanket, a bolster up underneath that right booty, whatever feels right to you, to give yourself a little bit of support. Another thing, we're going to be coming forward into our pigeon. I like to take a couple waves. So leading with my chin, coming down, bringing my chin in towards my chest, leading with the back of the neck as I lift up. So I'm going to do that 2 more times, moving with my breath, but you can just fold right forward if that feels right to you. Breathe your way in. Explore what's going on in your body. There's a direct correlation between our body and our mind. We store our emotions in our bodies, right? And as women, we store a lot of emotion in our hips. So these hip postures, these hip opening postures can really bring stuff up. Now, I know that the lighting in here is a little rough, but I'm taking my block and I'm putting it in front of me so that my chest is coming down on top of the block. And I am surrendering, as I hope you will do too. Wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. Surrender to this moment on your mat right here. Walking your hands back, lifting up. Now, pour weight into your right thigh. Move that block out of the way if it's there, taking the left leg over and around. So cross it over top of the right leg. Now, ground down through your sit bones. Lift through the top of your head. We're going to begin to twist to the left. Now, my left hand, I'm taking it behind me. I'm going to lengthen up through the crown of my head as I gaze over my back shoulder. So each inhalation is an opportunity to get taller and longer. Take up space. And then on your exhalation, there might be a little room to move deeper into the twist. No cranking on your low back. Just notice how much space you can make with your breath. Looking forward, unwind, gentle counter twist to the other side. Look forward. Now we're gonna unwind, we're gonna take our left leg back, step back to downward facing dog, any way you'd like. Now we're coming into pigeon on the other side. Lift your left leg up, reach high, press out through your heel, draw your knee in, coming into pigeon on this side. All right. Both sides are not the same. Notice what's going on. Lifting up, proud pigeons, puffing out your heart and your chest. Again, if you need a block, a bolster, a blanket underneath that left booty, get high up if that makes it a little bit easier to take your hips towards the front of the mat. Lengthening up, you can take a few waves or just go right on down. Breathe your way in. I'm coming all the way down, checking in. Lifting up, proud pigeons, puffing out your chest and your heart. Pour weight into your left side. You're going to take the right leg over and around. Ground down through your sit bones on this side. Lift up, lengthening out through the top of your head. Now, begin to hug the right leg in as you twist to the right. Lift up, lengthening up. Gaze over your back shoulder. Look forward, unwind, gentle counter twist to the other side. Looking forward, take your legs forward in front of you. And I did too many sun salutations, so we don't have enough time for as much core as I would like to do, but we'll do a core coming down into our Shavasana. So knees bent, feet on the mat, lift up through the top of your head, engage your core, lift your legs up, hug in towards your midline, reach your hands out. Can you lower down and hover? And lift up, lower down and hover, and lift up, lower down and hover, and lift up. Then bring your feet down, reach out, slowly come back onto your backs, nice and slow. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Draw your knees in, lift your head, lift your tailbone. Exhale your head down, rock out your sacrum, rock it out from side to side. And we're gonna do one last nourishing twist. So find the edges of the mat with your feet, open your arms out wide like a T. Let your knees fall over to the right as you gently turn your head left. Lift your knees up to center, let them fall over to the other side as you gently turn your head to the right. Slowly and carefully lifting your knees up, extending your legs out, making your way into Shavasana, final relaxation, corpse pose. Doing whatever you need to do to get as comfortable and cozy as possible. Relaxing into this shape and this space. Release and let go. We'll close today with a reflection from Meditations from the Mat by Rolf Gates. Every blade of grass has its angel that bends over it and whispers, grow, grow. The Talmud. Rolf says, many of us have spent years trying to ameliorate the world's suffering without first confronting our own. The belief that it is possible to heal the world without healing ourselves first is what the Yoga Sutras calls a lack of true knowledge. The truth is, when we are happy, we spread happiness. And when we are in pain, we spread suffering. If our aim is to alleviate the world's suffering, we must begin with our own minds and bodies. We must do yoga. Each action taken in compliance with the 8-limb path brings with it an increase in our own peace and happiness. And our happiness is welcomed by the universe. We do not need to fear the steps we are about to take. In fact, we will experience each right action, no matter how small or insignificant, as a pleasure and a relief. With each step we take toward the light, the universe rejoices. When we let go of our suffering, we participate in the salvation of all living beings. Bringing small movements to our toes and to our fingers. Moving our head from side to side. Gently and carefully roll to the right side, pausing there for just a moment, honoring the transition out of the practice as much as we honor the practice itself. Slowly and carefully push yourself up to a nice, comfortable seated position, eyes closed, hands at heart center. We're going to seal this practice with one loud Om, remembering that an Om is like an sound. And when we Om is said to be the vibration of the universe, the vibration of all things everywhere. When we Om, we are connecting to everything and everyone. So before we do this, make sure that your thumbs are connected to your heart center so that you can feel that vibration that you're sending out in your own chest. Taking a big, deep breath in. Yoga will teach you so much about yourself. It will help you become flexible in mind, in body, and in spirit. Thank you so much for coming to class today. Namaste. All right. Good work, everyone.